I'm back with terrible lighting. You know, I should probably light this a lot better. 1 second. Now, why is this light refusing to be turning on? Oh, because it's not plugged in. That's probably why. You're my only source of light. No. Did I just decide not to work today? Hello? Oh, that's bright. Okay. Lighting! Lighting with Piper. Oh wow, it still is terrible lighting. So yeah, if you haven't seen my other singing one, wonder if I can make this look better. 1 sec. Yeah, there we go. Just don't touch it. Don't touch it. We're good. Okay, we have, actually that's really pretty lighting. So we have more songs. No, we don't. I legit was like only gonna sing Lifeboat, but I guess because we're here, I have to sing more. Because that's why we're yellow, because I was gonna sing Lifeboat from Heathers. I don't know why. I was just like, yeah, I'll just sing like one song in a live stream. It's like, I don't think that's how it works. Do I have lipstick on my nose? No, that's just my face. So, yeah, I'm so glad no one's watching this right now, because live streaming and stuff. Okay. I'll sing Lifeboat. I need angles so much better. It's made it worse. There we go. Nope, that's even worse. Okay. I float in a boat in a raging black ocean, low in the water and nowhere to go. The tiniest lifeboat full of people I know. Cold, clammy and crowded, the people smell desperate, will sink any minute, so someone must go. The tiniest lifeboat, full of people I know. Everyone's pushing, everyone's fighting, storms are approaching, there's nowhere to hide. If I say the wrong thing, or I wear the wrong outfit, they'll throw me right over the side. I'm hugging my knees, and the captain is pointing, well, who made her captain? Still, the weakest must go. The tiniest lifeboat, full of people I know. The tiniest lifeboat, full of people I know. All you do is whine all night. I should actually probably fix this because I'm like sitting on my couch and I need to like stack pillows, so this is like angled perfectly. There we go. I actually have to like sit on pillows because I'm so short. So short. Yeah. I'm like legit running out of ideas for this. I'm trying to think of a song I can sing. September 1st, 1987. Dear Diary. No. I mean, I can sing the last part. And you know, life can be beautiful. You hope, you dream, you pray, and you get your way. Ask me how it feels, looking like hell on wheels. My God, it's beautiful. I might be beautiful, and when you're beautiful, it's a beautiful freaking day. Hey. Nope, not hitting that note today. Not today, Satan. Not today, Satan. I keep like looking at the, like you can't see because I make you see what I want you to see, like that pretty painting right there and that big ball of light and some of that painting in this black wall. But I'm like looking at stuff around here. I'm like, what happened? Oh wait, I'm just starting to just reline Heathers. Let me grab my Hamilton book. Kitty, you want to be on camera? Come here. Oh, come on, you fat loaf of bread. Wow. Don't hurt me, don't hurt me. Your nails are sharp. Sharp and funny. Ow. You nugget. Okay, I got brutally attacked by my cat, but we're okay. It's my other cat, Darla. She doesn't want to be on camera today. Darla, you sure don't want to be on camera? I'm trying to get this cat on camera now. Dina, come on, Dela. Dela, come here. Darla. Darla! Don't be a cat. Come on, be a good... I want you to be a star, Darla. Okay. Oh no! She ripped my dress, that cat. Ow. She also like scratched my stomach, which hurt. Maybe we can sing the last song. Oh, best of wives, the best of women. Alexander, come back to sleep. I have an early meeting out of town. It's still dark outside. I know. I just need to write something. Oh, why do you write like you're running out of time? Come back to bed, that will be enough. I'll be back before you know I'm gone. Come back to sleep. This meeting's at dawn. Well, I'm going back to sleep. Hey, best of wives, best of women. Oh, it's such a sad thing to, like, the world is wide enough. No, we're not singing that song. Maybe we could. I'm probably just going to do the talking part. I imagine death so much feels more like a memory. Is this where it gets me? On my feet. On my feet, several feet ahead of me. If I see it coming, do I fire my gun or let it be? There's no beat, no melody. Brr. My first friend, my enemy, maybe the last face I ever see. If I throw away my shot, is this how you remember me? Maybe this bullet is my legacy. Legacy! What is a legacy? It's planting seeds in the garden you never get to see. I wrote some notes in the beginning of a song someone will sing for me. America, great unfinished symphony you sent for me. You let me make a difference, a place where an orphan immigrant can leave their fingerprints and rise up. I'm running out of time, I'm running out of my time's up. Wise up, eyes up. I catch a glimpse of the other side. Lawrence leads the soldiers' chorus on the other side. My son is on the other side, he's with my mother on the other side. Washington is watching me from the other side. Teach me how to say goodbye. Rise up, rise up, rise up, Eliza. My love, take your time. I'll see you on the other side. Raise a glass to freedom. He raises pistol up the sky and waits. And then, yeah, he gets shot between the ribs. Ooh, I don't know why I made that so happy. My first instinct is to make stuff happy because I don't like that, I swear. I think the cat scratched me. I think I'm bleeding on my arm now. Better not get blood on this. This cost me $6 actually. This dress cost me $6. That's a lot. Let me tell you what I wish I knew. Oh, we're singing Who Lives, Who Dies, Who Tell Your Story. It's a really good song, actually. No, don't fall. I need you. Because I don't know if I remember these words very well. Okay. Let me tell you what I wish I'd known. When I was young and dreamed of glory. You have no control. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story. President Jefferson, I'll give him this. His financial situation was a work of genius. I couldn't undo it if I tried. And I've tried. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? President Madison. He took our country from bankruptcy to prosperity. I hate to admit it, but he doesn't get enough credit for all the credit he gave us. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? Every other founding father's story gets told. Every other founding father gets to grow old. And when you're gone, who remembers your name? Who keeps your flame? Who tells your story? Who tells your story? Who tells your story? Eliza, I put myself back in the narrative. Eli, stop wasting time on tears. I live another 50 years. It's not enough, Eliza. I interview every soldier who fought by your side. She tells our story. I try to make sense of your thousands of pages of writings. You really did write like you're running out of time. I rely on Angelica. While she's alive, waits out your story. She was buried in Trinity Church near you. When I needed you most, she was right on time. I'm still not through. I ask myself, what would would you do if you had more time? The Lord in His kindness, He gives me what you've always wanted. He gives me more time. I raise funds in D.C. for the Washington Monument. She tells my story. And when my time is up, have I done enough? Wait, that's not right. It's, I speak out against slavery. You could have done so much more if you only had time. And when my time is up, have I done enough? Will they tell your story? Oh, can I show you what I'm proudest of? The orphanage. I established the first private orphanage in New York City. The orphanage, I help raise hundreds of children. I get to see them growing up. In their eyes I see you, Alexander. I see you every time. And when my time is up, have I done enough? Will they tell your story? Oh, I can't wait to see you again. It's only a matter of time. And then, yeah, it ends. But the ending, when you see it live, is really sad. She, like, starts crying, and it makes me cry, because I'm a baby. I'm legit, I'm, like, reading this from a book. What? It's, like, weird. Oh, this is an old drawing that I was gonna do. Never finished it, though. This one from New York, though, so, I didn't do it. Oh my god, I know this. Like, so, I found this pretty funny, actually. So, in the 10 Dual Commandments, Alexander and Burr are talking, and they say, Alexander, Aaron Burr, sir, can we agree that duels are dumb and immature? Sure, but you have, yeah, and it's like, Burr's saying, yeah, can we make sure that, like, guns are dumb and immature? Yet he's the one who wanted to duel, and then he shot. He shot. he took a shot. No. He took a shot. No. I just forgot that this was in here. This makes me cry. Hopefully I don't start crying, because we don't want another mental breakdown from Piper. Not again. But, tomorrow there'll be more of us, which is where Lawrence dies. And I'm like, when I started listening to Hamilton, my father just passed away, so when I heard Dear Theodosia reprised, and tomorrow there'll be more of us, imagine, oh wait, and also, I forgot what song it was, but, imagine a small child who was just hurt crying in the corner. That's me. So, wait. Neck yourself. But, yeah. I may not live to see our glory. Alexander, there's a letter for you. It's from John Lawrence. I'll read it later. But I will gladly join the fight. No, it's from his father. His father? And when our children tell their story, will you read it? They'll tell the story of tonight. On Tuesday, 27th, my son was killed in a gunfight between British troops retreating from South Carolina. The war was already over. As you know, John dreamed of emancipating and recruiting 3,000 men for the first all-black military regiment. His dreams of freedom, and these men died with him. Tomorrow there'll be more of us. Alexander, are you all right? I have so much work to do. Just, it makes me cry because I'm a baby. It's like, because I'm a baby, and because I have no self-control. No! Me in the bathroom, like, teach me how to say goodbye. That true on my wife. Not wife, I said life. It's like, oh, in the eye of the hurricane there is quiet. Oh, burn! I can sing this. I saved every letter you wrote me. From the moment I read them, I knew you were mine. You said you were mine. I thought you were mine. Do you know what Angelica said when we saw your first letter arrive? She said, Be careful with that one, love. He will do what it takes to survive. You and your words flooded my senses. Your sentences left me defenseless. You built me palaces out of paragraphs. You built cathedrals. I'm rereading the letters you wrote me. I'm searching and scanning for answers in every line, for some kind of sign of when you were mine. The world seemed to burn, burn. You published the letters she wrote you. You told the whole world how you brought this girl into our bed. In clearing your name, you ruined our lives. Do you know what Angelica said when she read what you've done? She said, you married an Icarus. He has flown too close to the sun. You and your words obsessed with your legacy. Your sentences bordered on senseless, and you were paranoid in every paragraph. How will he save you? I'm erasing myself from the narrative. Let future historians wonder how Liza reacted when you broke her heart. You've torn it all apart. I'm watching it burn. I'm watching it burn. The world has no right to my heart. The world has no place in our bed. They don't get to know what I've said. I'm burning the memories, burning the letters that might have redeemed you. You forfeit all rights to my heart. You forfeit the place in our bed. You sleep in your office instead, with only the memories of when you were mine. I hope that you it's such a sad. Oh no, Stay Alive reprised. That's almost rhymes for some reason. Stay Alive reprised. Alive and reprised. No, Stay Alive and reprised. I don't know. Stay Alive and reprised. I like that. That should be a new motto for life. Stay alive and reprised. I look like Freddie Mercury in this. If this was just a jacket and it was leather and it was yellow. Yeah. Stay alive. Stay alive. Where is my son, Mr. Hamilton? Come in. They brought him half an hour ago. He lost a lot of blood on the way over. Stay alive. I'm like trying to think because I can't remember it very well because I haven't listened to Hamilton in a really long time. Yes, but you have to understand, the bullet entered up just above his hip and lodged in his arm. Can I see him, please? Well, I forgot part. Whoops. I'm doing everything, but I can't. But the wound was already infected when he arrived. Philip. Pa. I did exactly as you said, Pa. I held my gun up high. I know, shh. I know, shh. I know you did everything just right. Even before we got to 10, I was aiming for the sky. I know, shh. I was aiming for the sky. I know, save your strength and stay alive. Eliza, is he breathing? Is he going to survive this? Who did this, Alexander? Did you know? Mom, I'm sorry for forgetting what you taught me, my son. We played piano, taught you piano. You would put your hands on mine. You changed the melody every time. I would always change the line. Shh, I know. I would change the line every time. I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Enough. Good. Und un toi quatre cinq six sept huit neuf. Sept huit neuf. Sept huit. It's really sad because he died. It's sad because he died. Oh. There's a moment. There's a moment that the words don't reach. There is suffering too terrible to name. You hold your child as tight as you can and push away the unimaginable. The moments that you're in so deep, it feels easier to just swim down. The Hamiltons move uptown and learn to live with the unimaginable. My friends knew how hard it was for me to get over my father, and it's still really hard, you know, because you lose someone that you've known and loved for your entire life, who raised you for a really long time in your life, and it just really kind of hurts when someone you cared for and someone who cared for you is gone. And I remember he would do everything for me. He would, if he could, he would grab the moon and the stars and give them to me for a present, for even doing the simplest of things. He taught me how to play piano. He kind of taught me somewhat how to sing too. And he was somewhat of a big influence in my life that I will never get back because he's gone. And I still don't know how it happened. I just remember it was such a normal, happy day. I was at my dad's house, and it was pajama day, so I went in my pajamas to school. And I remember saying goodbye to him. I gave him a hug and kissed, and I left that day thinking, it's a normal day, everything's normal. And then when I got home, it was really quiet, and all the dogs were outside, and I didn't know what happened. The door wasn't locked, it was quiet, and the dogs were outside. And I was like, Dad, where are you? And because his car was pulled up, I was like, oh, maybe just Dad's going to the bathroom or something, because I normally would say hello and how was your day? And I walked into the bedroom, and I'm like, oh, maybe Dad's just out in the garage. And I turn, and there's my dad on the floor, and I'm like, oh, because he would do a lot of yoga. I was like, oh, maybe just my dad's doing yoga. I was like, hi, Dad. And then he wasn't answering me, and I was like, Dad, hi. And he wasn't answering me. I was like, Dad, it's not funny, you're scaring me. Dad, wake up, Dad. And he didn't wake up. And I was like, Dad, are you okay? Dad. And I started panicking. I was like, Dad's gone. Dad's dead. Dad, please wake up, you're scaring me, Dad. And it was just hard. And so I go over to his body, and I pull up his head, and I swear I saw him take his last breath. It was just, it sticks with me for so long that I just remember seeing his body there and being like, and I remember just hearing a sound and seeing his back raise up and down, and then silence, and it scared me. I was like, okay. And I raised his body up, and his face was completely blue. And I realized that I lost my father. My phone wasn't charged that day, my flip phone. And I remember being like, no, this can't be happening. No, this can't be happening. This can't be happening. I must be dreaming. It must be a terrible, sick nightmare. And I never woke up. And when I pulled his phone out of his pocket, and he had a white lighter. And if you don't know the white lighter conspiracy, it's people will die at a specific age at 45 with a white lighter in their pocket. And when I saw that white lighter, I was like, this can't be happening. This can't be happening. It has to be some sick dream. I must be like hallucinating. And I pulled his phone out, called 911, and apparently Gabby and my grandma had been trying to call him for a really long time, because there was 11 calls that were missed by Gabby. And I picked up the phone, I called Gabby, and I was like, Gabby, Dad's not waking up. Dad's not waking up. She's like, okay, I'll call the police. I'm like, I'm calling the police too. And so I'm calling the police, and the woman's just like, okay, get him in a comfortable position. And me being myself, I was like, okay. And there was a cage there because we were fostering a dog named Martin. And his ankle was turned in a weird way. I was like, I don't think that's how an ankle is supposed to turn while I have tears and snot going down my face, because I was trying to figure out a way to make this a happier moment, but it couldn't, because I lost someone that truly meant something to me, and it was just hard to do, and I'm trying so hard to hold back my emotions right now, because I don't like to show emotion on anything. And I just remember being like, this has to be a dream. I can't be. So I'm calling the police. The lady is just like on the phone, like, okay, stay on the line, leave me. And I'm like, okay. And the police get there, and all I hear is, okay, are the dogs outside? I'm like, yes, the dogs are outside. They're fine. And I was just terrified. And one of the guys come over to me, and I was just like, hey, is my dad gonna be okay? They're like, we don't know if your dad's gonna be fine. He's not breathing. I'm like, well, okay. And the guy sits me down, he talks to me, he asks me questions, and I'm answering them. And the sickest part about that day is I was told, my dad made me take this he wanted me to take this test to show, because I have a lot of self-doubt. And what happened is that with my self-doubt, he wanted to know and show me that I was smart. So he made me take this test with this guy at my school. And we finished the test that day. It was the day that he told me that I was smarter than a kid normally would, extremely smart, smarter than a college student. And I was so happy to tell my dad that day, but I never got to tell him that. So I never got to tell my father that his daughter was really smart. And I never got to show him that I was extremely smart. And it was just really hard for me that day. I was like, Dad, guess what, Dad? Your daughter's really smart. And I never got to tell him that. But deep down, I believe that he already knew that I was smart. And for some reason, in my head, I keep telling myself, maybe Dad isn't alive. Maybe it's just a sick joke. Maybe it's just that he didn't love me anymore. He just wanted to get away, so he faked his death. I just keep thinking about that. I just keep thinking, like, maybe Dad isn't dead. Maybe Dad's still out there. And I'll see, like, the car that he used to drive and be like, Dad, are you in there? And it's not. And I keep expecting him one day to pop up and be like, Dad, you're alive. But I keep thinking every day that it's not true. Dad's gone. He's never coming back. I just realized that this video got really sad really fast. Even though it's called More Singing, it's just mostly me crying and sniffling, but I keep thinking maybe Dad is still okay, maybe Dad's still alive. He never got to hear his daughter be singing and acting, and it dawns on me every day, and I just keep thinking, maybe I want to join Dad, maybe I should just die and join him in heaven. But I can't. I don't want that. And it's a burden that I keep having to keep on myself, which is why I keep asking my mom for therapy, but she never gives me therapy. School's not going to help me. It's not, because I don't feel comfortable talking to someone who's at school, because then my teachers can figure out, they're like, hey, I'm scared that they'll treat me differently, but if it's an actual therapist, then I'm fine. And I don't know how. We don't know how. And it's hard for me to just remember to stay happy when you keep dawning on yourself that your father is gone. He's never coming back. And I just keep telling myself, it's fine, you're fine, you're fine. Nothing's wrong, you're fine. And people tell me, hey, it's fine, and it's not fine. I'm hurt, and I don't know how to deal with it. It's hard. And if you ever do have a talk with me about this, if you see this video, just don't look at me differently. Just look at me like Piper normally, and know that I do fake my emotions. I fake every emotion I show. If I look happy, I'm not happy. Deep down, I'm just a sad, depressed kid who just got nothing good in life, just a dead father, and it hurts. My dad would give the world to me, and for some reason in my head I keep thinking that maybe he planned that he was gonna die, maybe he knew that there was something wrong and he was gonna die, because before this happened he was being nicer to me, he went backpacking with me, and it was something that I felt was odd because he never would do that. And he taught me how to shoot a BB gun. He taught me how to keep myself out of harm. He taught me a lot of things that would be useful in life without him. And so in my head I keep thinking maybe he meant and maybe he planned that he was gonna die. And I don't know how, and just it's hard because it's hard to like not have someone to look up to as a father figure nowadays. And I try to find someone who just is like a father figure to me, but it's really hard because no one could replace my father. And this is gonna sound weird, but I think like the third like day I had a dream, and it was about Gorillaz, which, if any of you don't know, me and my dad used to bond over Gorillaz. It was both of our favorite bands. We really do love their music. And I just keep thinking, like in my dream, my father was portrayed by Tootie, the singer, and I was just like, wow. And he even said, "Hey Piper, it's me." And I'm like, "Who are you?" It's like, it's me, your dad. And I just look at him and I hugged him and he hugged me back. And I just think maybe it was a ghost of him in my dream. And I keep thinking, Dad, it was you. You were in my dreams. Come back. Dad, come back. And I haven't had a dream like that since. I only keep having precognitions of the future, which I'll talk about later in a different video. It's hard. I like how this video started out with me singing and slowly became me crying. Let me get tissues. So yeah, that was today's video of me singing and then crying. How's that for a story time? Tana Mojo, eat your heart out. So yeah, if you see me at school after watching this, don't look at me differently. Just look at me as Piper, not as someone else. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Thank you.